So Taylor, take me back to 2010. What was it like being the #1 overall pick in the draft?
It was cool. I think it was having my family there, a lot of friends. It was in Los Angeles, and I didn't know whether I'd go one or two, but ended up going one. And I think it was obviously a dream come true for me to be a part of the NHL. But it was very cool to see how proud my parents were, and all the dedication, all the work that they put in, especially as a kid for me. That was cool to see, just the joy on their faces and them celebrating with their family and whatnot. So it was a long time ago now, but some really good memories.
Yeah, I know you're from Calgary originally, but Edmonton is in the province of Alberta. Franchise has so much history. Were you ready for everything that came with that?
Yeah, I was. I mean, it was a bit different going. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we're keeping that in.
That's awesome. No, Edmonton, being a first overall pick to Canadian City was unique. A lot of the times the first overall picks had been going to Tampa and the Islanders before me, smaller markets, but it was great. I have a lot of love for the city of Edmonton and the province of Alberta as a whole. I've spent a lot of my life there, and special going back this upcoming season. Next year is going to be the last game at the Saddle Dome that I'll play. I went to tons of games there as a kid in Calgary, and that'll be a special last game there.
Was it tough living up to those kind of expectations as a young kid? I saw you in Sports Illustrated as like an up-and-comer, and then you are the #1 overall pick, and you're from Canada, you're at this historic franchise, everything that comes with it.
I mean, yeah, looking back, it's pretty crazy. But in the moment, I'm just living my dream and trying to take everything that comes with it. I had good friends at home. I had, good parents that really, instilled a lot of, great beliefs in me. And I had good coaches in junior. And then when I got to the NHL, the Oilers did a good job of insulating me and making sure that I was good. But, yeah, it's just, that's sports these days with social media now. I came in right before social media. I think now it's probably a bit more crazy for kids like Celebrini and Bedard. I was just before that stage, but it was a lot of fun, and I'm proud of the way I've handled things.
I imagine having a dad who played pro sports helped too, but I was interested to read that he was a football player.
Yeah.
Canadian Football League. How did that influence you?
Yeah, a lot. My dad trained me as a kid. He, we were doing workouts, when I was about 9 or 10 years old, and they weren't, hard workouts, but we would go and I would run, wide receiver routes, and I would do, just dry land training, more fun than anything. But my dad never played hockey. He was a football player and a bobsledder. So, he was pretty quick. I like to imagine that if he played hockey, he would skate like me, and I get a lot of my athleticism from him. But both my parents were instrumental in everything that I did, and still to this day, the Ottawa series, going up to Ottawa, they came to both games. It's pretty close to where my parents live now, and it's very cool to have them along the way.
As you transition into this kind of later part of your career, what's it like going from being the guy and the #1 pick and everything to being more one of the guys and a veteran?
It's great. I mean, you never know where your career is going to take you. I think that's the thing that, I look back on and I learn, you never know where I'm going to play and the situations that you're going to end up in. And this has been great for me here, to be one of the guys here on a strong team, a team that's been together for a long time. And I feel like I've come in and I've added my little part of it, but it's a great thing to be one of the guys, a cog in the wheel that is the Carolina Hurricanes. So, but yeah, your career can take you different places and different roles and all that stuff. But I try to enjoy every part of that.
How did you first find out that you got traded here?
Well, I had to waive my my no trade clause as a part of that three team trade with Mikko Rantanen and Stank and all that. Mikko. It was
Drury, Avalanche.
It was just Mikko Rantanen to start, but I wanted to come to Carolina. Bottom line, I was excited to get out of Chicago. I was excited to come to a team that wants to compete for the Stanley Cup every year. And I came here, and it's been an awesome fit. Just on the ice, off the ice, I can't ask for anything more.
We hear so much about the culture. We talk so much about the culture. But from somebody like you that's played at a lot of different organizations, how would you describe what it's like actually being here?
I would describe it, it's, you think culture and you think like seriousness, and you have to, have your game face on all the time. It's not like that here. We have fun working hard. I think that's the biggest thing. And everyone loves being around each other. And then when the game starts, it's about the details. It's about how we play. There's no shortcuts in the way that we play, but I've loved being a part of this. I've loved, like I said, adding my sprinkle to what we do, but we have a lot of fun too. That's the thing that people don't understand, is we love being around each other, and we love winning hockey games with one another.
Talk about fun. What's a story you could tell us, maybe from the road or something behind the scenes that we could use for TV?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, you just never know what a team's going to be like when you look at it from the outside. And as a player in the NHL, you hear what teams are like and all that. And I did hear that, these guys like to have fun and enjoy themselves. But then you get here and it's like, man, it really is true. And, I came to the team and right away there was an opening at the card table on the plane. And I sat down, and we won the game, and their tunes were blaring, guys were laughing, having a great time. And I was like, man, this is pretty cool. I think, Rod always talks about making memories along the way, and that's what this is all about. Is we want to win, we want to do everything that way, but we also want to make some great memories, and I think we're doing that.
Yeah, I mean, you're leading the team in points after the first round. Do you allow yourself to kind of step back and appreciate how special that is?
Not really. Whether you win the series in 4 games or 7, we've moved on, and now trying to get some rest, but we got to be ready to go. Myself personally, I had a good first round, but I got to do the same thing the next round for us to keep moving on, and we're only a quarter of the way where we want to be.
You've got a couple line mates that are really thriving with you right now, in Logan Stakehoven and Jackson Blake. What's working so well for that line?
Yeah, I think since the Olympic break, we've been playing really well. We support each other on the ice very well. Those two guys win a lot of puck battles. They're quick and elusive down low, and we spread out in the offensive zone. We make good passes. We let the puck do the work, and when it's time to get in front of the net and get gritty and all that, we do that. But it's been a lot of fun. Those guys work hard, and I think that's first and foremost the thing that makes us successful.
You signed an extension last year. We were talking, your second son was born here in Raleigh. Is this starting to feel like home now?
Yeah, it is, for sure. We love it here. We going for walks in our neighborhood. We love the neighborhood we live in, and the people here have been awesome. There's some great fans here. The atmosphere in this building is electric, and whether it's a Tuesday in January or it's a playoff game, it always feels like they're really behind us. And it's been a really good fit for me on the ice, off the ice. I feel like a very lucky guy right now.
Can you imagine potentially raising your 2 boys in the cup at the same time out there?
That just gave me chills. That's the dream, right? So, it's pretty cool. Rod's done that in this building. He's lifted the cup here, and it's cool to know that it's possible. But that's what we're striving for.